how am I supposed to have the energy I need when she's making this, you know, chicken like parmesan, but it's like tastes like ketchup, Mike. I'm sorry. I'm not a swearing guy. That's not me.
This is
But
getting
I'm
to
just
you, Matt.
frustrated, man. Yeah.
It's not your fault. It's your wife's fault and your kids.
It is, isn't it? Yeah. So, I'm glad you understand.
Yeah, man. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming on. Blaming your kids and your wife for your problems. I, I totally get it. I understand where you're coming from, and I appreciate your honesty, Matt.
One. Hello, and welcome to Real Deep Fake Sports.
Deep,
I'm Eric.
fake, sports. Sorry, go ahead.
It's okay. I made the executive decision not to do that this time,
Ouch.
but I appreciate that you still want to do it. Mike, we are here after a painful Bears loss, the third one in a row to the Tennessee Titans. I believe the final score was 24-17, but it was never really that close. The Bears scored some garbage time points, as they do in these kind of games, and the offense continues to stagnate. They suck.
You're not good, Eric. We gotta blow it up. Get rid of everybody.
Up. I agree.
It looks terrible all around. Running backs look terrible. Quarterback looks awful. Okay. The only thing we got going is the defense, and at this point, I think this might be just the ghosts of the '85 Bears, and have just been here this whole time.
But they were actually good.
You don't think the defense is good? I mean, given a legitimate offense.
No, I mean the whole team was good. That's why they won the Super Bowl.
Well, when you have a Walter Payton as your running back, it's kind of hard to be bad.
Helps. Yeah. We don't have Walter Payton as a running back. We have David Montgomery, and he is not that good. Not
Montgomery.
Foles had like 280 passing yards and maybe a touchdown, but he played so bad in the first half. I don't see what they're seeing in him that Trubisky doesn't have. I don't think it would make that big of a difference, but why not go with the younger guy over the washed up guy, I guess.
I don't even know if it's their fault. I think it's the coaching staff. I mean, I've seen teams with a lot of injuries before, and I will say that the offensive line injuries is really bad this year. It does make it a lot harder to have a cogent offensive scheme, and when you don't have that, it's just like you have these 5 offensive linemen who don't know what the hell they're doing, and then everything else looks terrible because of it. But if you have a legitimate offensive coach who can wrangle these guys together, I think it makes it a lot more easier. I think the Eagles have the same issues, and I mean, they're not doing too great either, but at least they're winning.
Yeah. I mean, everyone in that division is terrible, but
right.
At least the Eagles sometimes score points,
Yeah.
And the defense really, the first 2 quarters, they tore it up. I thought they did great. And then you can only do it for so long without your offense scoring or anything. And then they gave up that touchdown and nothing really happened after that.
It's very nihilistic approach to the game, because it's like even at your best, it's like you're still gonna lose the outcome no matter how many yards you don't give up or how many touchdowns you don't give up. You're still gonna lose, and it's like you still got that in the back of your mind, and it's kind of hard to push through it.
Yeah.
And it's sad to see a Khalil Mack and Akeem Nicks and Kyle Fuller at the prime of their life, and it go to waste every year.
Yep. And Eddie Jackson. Well, Mike, I can tell that we're both very down and maybe even a little depressed
I would say
after
so,
that.
yeah.
And I wanted to bring in someone who could maybe talk about how we feel and maybe
Yeah,
make us
I
feel a
need
little
that.
bit better.
I need that.
So I think we're going to get a psychologist on here and
Okay,
he's going to talk to us about how
maybe
to deal with this kind of stuff.
subscribe us some medication.
Yeah.
Prescribe us.
Yeah, hopefully.
Mr. Sigmund Freud. Welcome to
Hello.
the podcast. Do you know what this is?
I did not. Can you please explain?
Yes. This is technology. This is I feel like you're messing with me, Siggy. Can I call you Siggy?
Yes, you can. I'm fucking with you. Of course, I've been on many podcasts.
Sigmund, so we brought you on here to talk about some philosophical things. Is there
This
anything
is-
in particular?
This is true, Mike. Yes. Many times, the brain will become very sad, Mike. You understand this?
Yes.
Um,
Trust me. Hey, Siggy, if anybody knows about being sad, it's me, all right?
Hey, I can. Hey, me and you are not so different. This thing in your brain, Mike. We
The
have
sad mobile? Or what would you call it?
this is we call this the prefrontal cortex. Um, Many times after you see the bears get destroyed, um, you become sad. Correct?
Depends if I'm doing cocaine or not.
Well, this is the problem. You cannot self-medicate, Mike. I can prescribe you some stuff. It will cost you, but I want you to be happy. So this is the main thing.
Okay.
When I'm going to ask you a series of questions, okay?
Yes.
When you watch the Bears and they lose, are you A, angry, B, sad, or C, scared?
I'm be sad.
Okay. Well, this means, Mike, that internally you want to have sex with your mother, okay? And I know this is
Holy smokes.
I know this is scary for you,
This is terrifying.
but that's the thing is you have to accept it so you can become happy and be fulfilled. You understand?
Yes, I understand.
So this this Bears team, oh man, they're rough. I was watching the game. David Montgomery, he fumbled that ball. Jesus Christ! I mean, these guys, Anthony Miller, he fumbles at the end of the game. I'm just over here drinking my beer and just thinking, God, to be a Bears fan right now would be fucking terrible. But I've been through tragedies of my own, Mike. My mother
Like,
died at a very young age.
yes.
Uh, the Nazis were around during my time, and this was hard to live through.
And you're
Um,
German, correct?
I am,
So were you
yes.
for the Nazis or
Uh,
against
like
them?
a right now, I'm against them. I would not want them to be around now. You know, this is terrible things they've done. Um, at the time, I could go either way.
Yikes. Um, Sigmund, since I have you here, there's a lot of
Yes.
interesting things that I've always wanted to ask you. Um, the Freudian slip, is that something that you're aware of that people use?
Um, yes, this is, you know, I don't like it. It's not something I would say. I would only say Freudian slip um, if you were to slip up and say like, I want to have sex with my mother, that would be more of a Freudian slip.
Right.
Um, but as far as you, Mike, let's talk about you a little
Yeah,
bit.
let's get into it.
Um, what is your deepest fear?
I guess probably people finding out that I want to have sex with my mother.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, that's tricky because I actually think that means you want to have sex with your father now. Because if you're if you're that aware of that, that tells me something's off with you, and this could be a big problem.
Yeah.
You currently have a prescription for cocaine or heroin.
Not in this not no no now that stuff's illegal unless you're in Oregon.
Huh,
Hey. Um so
that's
right
interesting.
currently those
Hmm.
prescriptions have run out.
Did
But I'm interested if your medical degree is still valid.
Yes, I don't think that would be a problem. How much will you be needing?
Enough to bring back my nosebleeds. I guess we'll put it that
Okay,
way.
so this is good. And you have money, yes?
A little bit.
How far of a drive to uh, Independent Boulevard? This is in Chicago. I have a pharmacy down there and they can hook you up.
Thank you so much.
Yes,
Yeah.
of course. And I think this will help with a lot of your problems, not just the football. How's your everything with your relationship going?
It's going really
Sex
well.
life good?
It's great. Five
How
to six
many
times a
times a,
week.
a day?
Once.
Wow. Okay.
Is
Me
that
and my,
normal or not normal or
I would say that's above average, Mike.
okay?
But there's nothing wrong with that. Okay.
Well,
Um, it just means you want to have sex with your wife, actually. So this is good.
I was gonna
That's
say I was hoping it wasn't gonna be something else. I mean,
no. This one
throwing a
is
bunch of
fine.
curveballs at me.
And how often do you masturbate, Mike?
Oof. I mean, at least 3 times a day.
Oh Jesus, you have quite the sex drive. So I think this is gonna be tough for me because there's a lot of stuff going on with you, and I think we need to get you more than just the drugs.
Okay.
Um, do you have your credit card on hand?
You know what, Siggy? It's getting late here. I have to go.
Oh,
But
come
thank you so
on,
much for
Mike.
coming on the
I can
podcast.
help.
Uh, Solutions are a little outdated.
Yeah,
Just he's
he's
such a
older.
he seems like such a sweet guy.
Yeah,
You
he
know,
seems like he had your best interests at heart.
he re-
He does ask a lot of like prying questions.
he just gets right in there and he's like really intimate. Um,
And I mean, it's brave of you to share all that stuff. It's very cool.
I'm an open book, Eric. You know that.
Of course.
But during these trying times, we've
Hmm.
had a lot of people on here say a lot of things that they, at the time they meant, but maybe they want
Yes.
to take it back. And one of those guys is
Huh.
here, and I think he really wants to kind of take some things he may have said flippantly back. So let's have him back on, ladies and
Okay.
gentlemen. Sam Rosen. Eric,
Sam, how are you?
Eric, how are you? How's
I'm
everything
doing
going?
well.
How are you?
Pretty.
How are your children? That's what I call your dogs, because you're
Oh.
so close to them.
Wow, you remember that about me. That's cool.
Yeah, of
They're
course.
good. They're good. You might hear them
My
bark.
my memory's like a steel trap, Eric.
I know. Especially for someone your age. It's really good.
So close.
So Mike says you wanted to come on and maybe
Oh yeah, Eric.
speak your piece
Oh
about something.
yeah. Look, here's the deal. Okay. Previously on an earlier episode, I may have said some things that I've very flippantly about
Hmm.
a certain virus, if you will.
Ah, yes.
During that time and now,
Hmm.
I may or may have not contracted this virus.
Wow, Sam.
Look,
You okay?
I'm gonna be real with you, Eric. No, I'm not okay. I got sick as a dog right after I got off that podcast with you, and had to go to the hospital. Was in the ICU
Wow.
for a little bit, and you know, sometimes we just put our foot in our mouth, and it just
Yeah.
Sam's kids went to shit, and
Yikes.
it was all because of this goddamn COVID. Okay, this stuff's serious, folks. And
Uh,
I just want everybody to be out there, be very safe. Wear a diaper on your face.
yeah. It's called a mask, but
Yeah, sorry, wear a mask. You
yeah.
know, listen to what everybody's been telling you.
The CDC.
This
You
stuff
think?
is for real, Eric.
Are you listening to the CDC now, and or do you feel like now that you have it, you're kind of in the green?
No, I'm invincible now, Eric. I mean, I can't smell or taste nothing to save my life,
Right. So
but
you
this
had
guy's back.
um so being in the hospital, that must have really hurt your streak that you had that you're trying to beat Joe Buck.
He
So that
didn't
must
help,
have been.
Eric. I'll tell you that much right now.
Did you
He's
do any games while you were sick?
I
Or
tried, but you know how Fox is with this stuff. They wouldn't let me. They gotta protect everybody. God forbid. Here
yeah,
I
I
am
know.
trying to do my job, and they put me on the sidelines.
Yeah, and I know you need the money, so
Oh,
it's gonna be
Eric, you have
hard.
no idea. I mean, you know, here I am trying to make an honest living.
Right.
I got all these debts I got to pay back. God forbid I lose, Russian
You have
roulette
debts?
and, well, old Sammy boy likes to gamble. Okay,
Ah, I
gamble a
see.
lot, and it hasn't. I've been on a cold streak lately, Eric, and it hasn't looked good. Okay, the
How long has this cold streak lasted, Sam?
well, this
Couple
whole year,
weeks?
I've been. It hasn't been great, Eric, and
Do you did you bet that you wouldn't get coronavirus?
well, that's the thing, right? You figured that's a sure bet because it was fake. I thought it was fake this whole time.
That's how
And
they
here's
get
the
you.
thing: the
Yeah.
bookie the whole time who I made the bet with, he had it. So he's just shaking my hand, coughing all over me, licking
Well,
me, whatever.
he's,
And I thought it was a for sure thing. And
you
next
thought he
thing you
was fucking
know,
with you?
I thought he was messing around, Eric.
Why would he?
It's,
Why would he? I don't know. Why would he go to work? Why would he do that as a joke? Even
I don't know, Eric. These guys, They
Every
always have one up on you, and now I'm about 7 digits deep. I don't want to get too far into it, but
you got to double down, I think, at this point.
you think that's the right call?
Yeah, I think that's the
Oh,
only way you'll make it back.
all right.
I would start betting on the Bears.
Well, the Bears, don't even get me started. These guys look terrible.
I know, Sam.
I mean, get rid of Nagy,
Pretty
get
soon
rid
you're
of
going to be calling
Pace.
their games.
Oh man, Eric, that's
Okay.
kid.
How's every?
Anyways, what?
Yes. No, go ahead. You had something.
No, I'm just gonna get out of here. I got people looking for me. I got
quick
I
to
got to go
leave.
back into hiding.
I was gonna ask you how your family was.
Nah, they're
Did
fine,
they catch it or anything?
Nah, these, I got a bunch of little kids running around, grandkids, and they can't get sick. This stuff's not real for them.
Right. I think there's some kids have died recently from it, but maybe it was something else. I just read the headline.
Those kids aren't real, Eric.
So did you watch any of that election stuff?
Oh man, I'm proud. Guys like us, we don't usually get our fair shake, but Joe Biden's making 70s look cool again, and I'm for one is proud of it. I think I was on the outs, but now that Joe Biden's Mr. Cool, and 78 is the new
He's in
20.
Prime of his career at 70.
Exactly, Eric. Guys like me who are 74, proudly, I could say that now.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow, you even added a year. That's how proud you are.
Well,
that's great, Sam. I'm glad you're taking hold of your life and you're not lying to yourself or others. Age is nothing but a number, as Salt and Pepper once said.
Oh yeah, Eric, you're totally right. I feel I can go run a marathon, even after this whole COVID thing. A marathon.
Why are you starting to say your T's like that?
What are you talking about?
You having a stroke, Sam? You need to take care of yourself.
Let's see what I can do, Eric. Look, I gotta go rip a cig. God bless you. I gotta get out of here.
Really try vaping at least. It's a little bit better, I think. Just a tip.
All right. I'll look into it, Eric. Thanks. Right. God bless and go Bears.
All right, Sam. Love you. Sam's a good guy. I'm glad he kind of apologized for that. Didn't think he'd be a Joe Biden guy, which is interesting, but it's cool.
He's a devout Democrat, so
he believes in that blue wave, Mike.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of a blue wave, we have a special guest from CNN. He's been covering the election for this whole week, and he just wanted to come on here and get his mind off it, maybe talk a little sports. Wolf Blitzer, Mike.
Ladies and gentlemen, Wolf Blitzer from CNN.
Hello, folks. We are here at Real Deep Fake Sports. We have Mike from Real Deep Fake Sports. How are you today, Mike?
I'm doing good, Wolf.
What do you think of this this whole Bears fiasco? There's a lot going on there, and what do you think about that? Is the season lost?
Yes, it is lost. This is about as bad as it gets, Wolf. You're right in the middle. It's purgatory. You're not good enough to win a Super Bowl. You're not bad enough to get that number 1 draft pick or even a top 10. I mean, you're kind of in hellscape here.
And what do you think of the quarterback situation, Mike?
It doesn't get any worse than
Sorry to interrupt, Mike. We have a key race alert coming in from the state of Texas. The Dallas Cowboys are now up 10-0 on the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is a shocking development. We have the Pittsburgh Steelers, as you know, Mike, are 7-0.
Yes.
And the Cowboys are 2-6. What do you think about that, Mike? How does that affect the landscape of the league? And what if this score holds up?
Throwing a lot at me here, Wolf. If the score holds up, it could. I honestly don't. Yeah. I was kind of in the middle of a thought with the Bears quarterback.
Right. Yeah. Things are fast paced here, Mike, especially with
Okay.
everything going on. It is Sunday, so we will cut when we get new information.
Okay.
We have to tally the numbers as soon as they come in. So
Right.
can't
Of
handle it.
course.
You're gonna have to
Fair
go somewhere
enough.
else.
All right. Sorry, I'm not used to this.
No, it's go ahead. Go ahead. We'll take care of you.
I'm kind of worried you won't, Wolf. So as I was saying, um, the quarterback situation here is very dire. You have Mitchell Trubisky, who hurt his shoulder on one play and now is on IR. So Tyler Bray's your backup quarterback.
It's rough.
He's terrible. He's terrible. He's been with the team for it seems like 5 years now. I don't even know what he does technically. I think he's just really good at holding a clipboard. Then you got Nicky Foles, who's
Nick
good.
Foles, former Super Bowl champion Nick Foles of the Philadelphia Eagles, of course, played many years there, but now is on the Chicago Bears. Go ahead, Mike.
Yes, he's on the Chicago Bears. And
I'm sorry, Mike. We have a key race alert out here in Las Vegas. The Las Vegas Raiders are now up 14-7 on the Los Angeles Chargers. Mike, what do you think of this shocking development? Of course, the Raiders are 4-3.
Yep.
They're looking for a win, of course, to stay in the playoff picture, and the Chargers are the Chargers.
Yeah, the Chargers got this great kid, Justin Herbert. He's a quarterback, and he's just lighting up the league. It could be a special one here, and he's gonna give the Raiders a hard time. Derek Carr with the Raiders, great guy. Average quarterback. Josh Jacobs, possibly could be a great running back, but still remains to be seen. Then you got this guy, John Gruden, and this guy could be great. I mean,
really? Tell me more about John Gruden. What does he have that's so special, Mike?
There's something about his platitudes that are real special. He can.
And what do you mean by that?
He just has great footballisms. You know, he's up there with John Madden, Pat Summerall. As one of the best announcers in the game.
John Madden, a former Raiders coach as well. What does that tell you about the Raiders, that they have such a great lineage of coaches?
It tells me that they have a great lineage of coaches.
Okay. Kind of what I just said.
Well, if I'm sorry, I'm just, I'm starstruck. A guy like you in a room like this, I'm not used to it. And I'm just trying to, keep up with your pace. It's getting to me. I'm not as a professional like you.
Yeah, I understand, Mike. It's a fast-paced environment, but the only way you can get better is by, staying with it. And we got to keep doing these exercises because the moment that you stall, the audience is going to latch on and they're going to go on Twitter, and you're never going to hear the end of it, Mike. So I need you at a level 10. Right now you're at a level 3. Okay.
Okay. All right.
So let's do this again. Okay. Justin Herbert. It's his rookie season.
Yes.
Okay. What are some of his qualities that separate him from other rookies we've seen who aren't panning out? Namely, Mitch Trubisky a few years back.
Well, man, what a weird question. Justin Herbert, he's just special. He's got it. He's already shown he's got it. You got guys like maybe a rookie like Tua Tagliova, who maybe doesn't have it. And
you don't think so?
Well,
he's only played one game so far. How could you make that declaration?
What are the odds that he's also special? I mean, you had Who else came out in this draft?
Well, Mike, a lot of rookie QBs. That's a great question. Um, Joe Burrow, of course, one of the.
Joe Burrow. I mean, he looks like a legitimate quarterback as well. So it's like,
He's on a bad team, so it's going to be difficult for him to really stand out, Mike. And that's, I think, a big problem with rookie quarterbacks in general. They have to overcome their team's deficiencies, but also get better on their own, which is doubly hard, as I'm sure you understand.
I totally understand, Wolf.
So, Mike, what did you think of this election this year? Was it entertaining? What did you not like about some of the coverage? What can we do better? Is what I want to ask you.
Well, I definitely stayed away from CNN. You guys are fake news, and I also.
I'm sorry, Mike. We have a key race alert right now. This is a huge development. The Dolphins and the Cardinals are now tied. Tua Tagliavolia with 96 yards. Jordan Howard, a former Bear, Mike, if you remember, with a touchdown. This is a shocking development. What does this tell you about the Miami Dolphins, who were a laughingstock last year, and now they're 4-3, hoping to beat? Oh my gosh, Mike, this is nuts. Okay. The Miami Dolphins just scored again. It's now 20-14.
Wow.
And Mike, this is very shocking. This rarely happens in the business. What do you think about this lead, and can they keep it? And who is the pretender in this game?
Yeah, you're right. I think I got to take back what I said about Tua. I think this kid's special. I think he's got all of the right abilities and intangibles.
He has a certain joie de vivre, doesn't he?
He has that joie de vivre that you look for in a quarterback. I mean,
and what else?
He's a hella cute kid, I mean, he's Polynesian at heart, so this kid's gonna sell cereal boxes like nobody's business.
And what do you think about these, some of these minorities who aren't African American making their way into the league? Is that a new shocking development, maybe, that people weren't expecting?
I'm not sure, Wolf. I don't even know if I want to broach the subject, to be honest.
I understand, Mike.
I'm going to plead the fifth on this one.
Well, that's all we have time for today, Mike. I want to tell you that you did a fantastic job. You're, of course, an amateur at this, but if you ever want to work at CNN, we can get you an internship. Just give me a call.
Thank you so much, and God bless.
God bless you, Mike. Wolf Blitzer gracing us with his presence. What a guy.
What a guy.
The questions he asked, they're multifaceted, which I think is great. It's something we lack here. Sometimes our questions are a little basic.
Yes.
So it's good to learn from a guy like that. He's very intelligent. And I think, hello.
Hey, Eric, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Do you know who this is?
No, I don't. Who are you?
My name's Brian Cox.
Brian Cox.
Yes.
How do you do, sir?
I wanted a minute to talk about my friend who passed away, Sean Connery.
Yes, that's very sad. I'm sorry to hear about that.
Lovely fella. He loved to hit women, and I'm gonna miss him very much.
He loved, what was that?
Nothing. Carry on.
Okay. Were you guys good buddies?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you for
good times.
Oh, Eric, you have no idea, Eric.
I would love to hear. Do you have any fun stories that you guys?
This one time we were at the grocery store, and this woman wouldn't stop complaining, so he smacked her a new one, and we laughed about it for years.
That's pretty funny.
It's good stuff, Eric.
So he
good
was kind of
stuff.
a hothead. It sounds like.
Oh, terrible hothead. Terrible.
You seem pretty level-headed. Was that kind of why you hung out with him? Just like the yin yang type relationship?
Just a lot of yin yang relationship stuff.
Okay, Brian, you don't have to be a dick about it. I'm trying to. I don't know who you are. Okay? I'm trying to level with you. Can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
You know what, Eric? I don't have the time. I'm very rich and I'm very famous. And the fact that you don't know me and that I had to come and email you to be on your podcast.
Well,
It's,
that's. Thank you for wearing a tuxedo.
well, obviously no one's ever talked to you about it, but, appearance is everything, Eric.
I'm wearing a nice sweater. I think I look fine.
I could smell you from here. You smell like dog.
Is that because I'm Mexican?
No, it's probably because you have dogs, Eric.
You don't like dogs?
I can't stand them.
Are you more of a cat guy then?
Cats are nice because they leave you alone.
They shit inside and that doesn't smell.
You son of a bitch.
Gotcha, Bri.
Oh, we're on first name basis now. Okay.
I think so.
Okay. Yeah.
I think we're hitting it off quite swimmingly.
You're a real son of a bitch. And I am looking for someone to hang out with on the weekends, so you seem like you're right up my alley.
With this whole COVID thing, it's hard to go out to
I came here to promote Succession Season 3 coming up on HBO.
Mm-hmm. Tell me a little bit about that show.
Yeah, I'm just a real piece of shit on it, and it's real fun. I love it.
You like playing that kind of character?
Love it, Eric.
It's so different from who you really are, so it must...
It's not a character, it's a lifestyle, my friend.
Mm-hmm. And do you have a favorite episode that you like people to watch? Maybe.
Yeah, it's the one you've never seen, you asshole.
I don't know why you expect me to see your show.
Let's exchange numbers. You watch the show.
Okay.
We'll hang out later. You seem right up my alley. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
God bless, Eric.
All right. God bless you, sir. That was Brian Cox.
That was Brian Cox, the one and only.
Now, is that his real name or his actor name?
No, that's his real name.
Oh, okay. I'll have to watch the show. I don't, he seems like a aggressive kind of guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Before we let everyone go.
Yeah.
I wanted to have Matt Nagy back on, just, see if he's changed his mind or if these losses have taught him anything,
Yeah.
So let's talk to him, see where he's at mentally.
I'm doing good, Matt. How about you? You've been having a bad couple of weeks.
Yeah, it's been rough. It's been real rough. So, well, we got to go out and figure it out.
Did you say it?
We got to figure it out. Obviously, the guys are all we're trying hard, Mike. We have a winning mentality, but it's not translating on the field for some reason.
Yeah, Matt. You don't have to tell us that. We're the ones who are kidnapped by this team. Horrendous. How do you call yourself an offensive coach with this kind of offense? It's very sad to see.
Well, Mike, it's hard. I'm working on my game plan every day. I'm on Zoom with Bill Lazor, and obviously I have kids and stuff, so they walk into the room. Sorry, they're making a mess.
Are you trying to tell me you're blaming your kids?
No, Mike. Of course, you're a parent, I'm sure, to a dog or whatever. It's hard as a parent. You have to be there for them, and my kids, they're struggling in school, and uh, it's hard to focus on your offense when you have stuff going on outside of football. So obviously, you guys are gonna ream me out for it. So not much I can say.
Well, Matt, let's not be passive aggressive about it. I mean, you are a millionaire, and you're in charge of one of the first established NFL football teams, the premier football team, and this is the kind of quality football you show. It's very sad and pathetic, and hopefully we'll have your head for it by the end of the year.
Yeah, it's it's like I said, I did my best. I don't know that the guys out there on the field can say the same. That's I was talking.
Why is it everyone else's fault? Why is it never your fault? It's always everyone's fault.
I'm not out on the field, Mike. I'm drawing up the plays. The plays are working. I didn't go out there and fumble the ball twice. Did I? I don't remember.
No, you're not. You're right. You know what, Matt? You're right.
And it's just like my wife. She's, she can't cook. Like, how am I supposed to have the energy I need when she's making this dog shit, chicken like Parmesan, but it's like tastes like fucking ketchup, Mike. I'm sorry. I'm not a swearing guy. That's not me. But I'm just frustrated, man. Yeah.
It's not your fault. It's your wife's fault and your kids.
It is, isn't it? Yeah. So, I'm glad you understand.
Yeah, man. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming on. Blaming your kids and your problems. I totally get it. I understand where you're coming from, and I appreciate your honesty, Matt. I don't expect much else. Get it right, Matt. Get these kids in order and tell that wife to stop using ketchup on her Parmesan.
Yeah. We're gonna do the best we can, and I'm gonna talk to my wife. She's gonna get better, and we're all getting better. So I'm glad you understand what's going on with me, and I hope these other media guys can get that too. So
yeah, 100%. I'll definitely talk to them about it. Let them know it's not your fault. It's the kids and the wife with the ketchup and what have you.
Yes, please. So, thank you. Yeah.
Thanks again, Matt.
Can you, the fans as well, Mike?
I'll let the fans know. They're gonna listen to the podcast, and
yeah, I'm just so busy. Like, can't even talk to him. So
I'm sure your internet keeps going out too, and
Yeah, that's another thing. Comcast. The other day I'm watching film, the All 22, and lo and behold, I'm on the phone with Comcast for 3 hours because the thing won't work.
Right.
My kids are. My kids are.
Let it out, man.
I'm frustrated. My kids are streaming on YouTube all these damn shows, and it's like, come on, I'm trying to work, and I can't get the best internet. I got to get the mid-range stuff. So it's just everything, it's all angles, and we got to figure it out. Of course, football first,
of course,
but it's just these kids. I'm just, God, it's rough.
I hate to hear it, Matt. Thank you so much for your time.
Thanks, Mike. And like I said, please talk to the fans and the media for me.
Oh, definitely will.
All right. I'll talk to you later, Mike.
After another terrible loss.
You respond to my text, by the way? Like, is it that hard?
No, you're right. You're right. That's on me.
Okay.
Hey, okay. I'm going to look at the tape, and I'm going to get better at that too, Matt. So.
Very good, Mike. You're learning. All right. We'll talk to you later then.
It's the damn phone, Matthew Nagy. What a guy.
What do you think of some of the things he said? Do you think that's a fair excuse?
No, the guy's a dipshit. I was just trying to get him off because he's absolutely nuts.
Yeah. That's the kind of personality that's kind of a red flag that
Oh yeah,
he might turn on you one day, and you just don't want to be part of that.
got to get away from that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Well, Mike, I think
That's
that's
gonna
gonna
do it
do
for
it
us. Another week in the
in the old
pocket
podcast
bag.
barrel. Yes.
God bless everyone. Stay healthy out there. I know it's hard, but we got a new president, and hopefully he'll make things right.
God bless
He'll
you, Mike.
give us those stimulus checks and all those vaccine shots, and I know he's gonna take care of me, Eric,
I know he will, Mike.
because I wrote in. So that means he has to do something for me now. That's how
I think
this
if
works.
you pretend to have a stutter, he'll treat you well.
That's all you can hope for.
All right. Well, that will do it for us, you guys, here at Real
Deep
Fake
Sports. God bless.